Hello everyone, my name is Kendra here. What's up peeps? And today I want to show you guys how I did like a pop art Benday dots type situation. Um so yeah. This is gonna be like a really beginner tutorial because I'm a beginner and I went online to try to find like a really simple way to do it, and this is the simplest way I could come up with. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm gonna show you the end result of what it's going to look like. Um so this is the end result here. So I'm just pretty much gonna show you guys how to fill this in and how to fill this in, which is pretty basic actually, but it took me a while to figure out what I wanted. So anyways, so I got this outline here, and I'm gonna fill in this outline and then my skin. So let's start. Let's get started, guys. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is make a rectangle. So go to your rectangle, your shapes panel, um, or shapes or rectangle tool here, right here. And so I'm going to create a square, and I don't know if anyone, if you already know this, but if you don't, a good helpful tip is to make a really like equal type square, or equal square is to hold the shift key while you're creating your object, so that it can be perfect. Because if I just didn't do it, it would look like all types of, oh, this looks right and it's not really right. You know, it could be a little bit off. So if you want something like super symmetrical, or something that's like, this is square, this is as square as you can get, like 4 by 4 by 4 by 4, or 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, you know, you'll definitely get it by holding down the shift key and then drawing out your object. So also you want to create a circle, so you use the ellipse tool here, and I'm going to do the same thing with this. Draw it out while holding the shift key simultaneously. So both of these have a really thick outline or stroke. I'm going to go to my strokes panel here, and I'm going to go to 1 because I don't want a huge stroke. Actually, I'm going to take out the stroke, but I'm just using the stroke so I know where the square is, because if I put no stroke on it, it's going to look invisible and I can't see it. It's going to be harder for me to do what I want to do with it. So anyways, go back to, give a little stroke, give a little stroke. Okay, go. So you have your two simple shapes, and that's pretty much all you need to create your pattern, to insert it into your swatch panel. I'm going to take this and drag it and drop it here. So this is a little bit big for me, so I'm going to make this a bit tinier, and I might actually play with how big I want the dots to be. It's up to you. If you want them to be very tiny, you can do that. If you want them to be super huge, make a huge square, make a huge dot in the middle. But I want this to be somewhat kind of small, so that it's not like super noticeable, but it's not, you can still tell that it's pop art, or you know what they are. So again, you can still do the same thing when you're trying to minimize the object, pressing down on the shift key simultaneously while you're dragging the object. You know, it'll still keep its symmetrical shape. Anyway, so that looks pretty aligned, right? No, it's not. Haha, plot twist. We're gonna make it even more aligned. So we're gonna select both of these objects here. We're gonna skedaddle doodle, boop, over to your alignment panel. And okay, so you might have the alignment panel either on the top of your screen up here. I don't know if you have Illustrator CC Creative Cloud, where you can like, it might be a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same tools, just maybe a different, like, it looks a little bit different, but does all the same stuff. And you might see the alignment panel up here. So there's so many different places to do the same thing, so it's kind of like customizable, whatever you feel comfortable. So you can either come up here and align your objects if you have CC or if you have it up there, or in your panel section. To my right, your left, however you see it, you're going to see the aligned objects here, and this is right alignment, or wait, left alignment, right alignment, and then center. So we're going to center this. Boop. And you see, it's like perfectly centered between, like the circle is perfectly centered between the square. And I'm not saying exactly how big your dots should be or how big your square should be. I think, or how big your square should be. I feel like that should be based on how you want your dots to be presented. Like if you want them to be super big, make a bigger square. If you want them to be small, I mean, this is time to kind of play around with it, and then you can delete the swatches that you don't really care for. Anyways, so here I have it. Then I'm going to find my art or pop art colors. So I'm going to go over to, so over here in the corner, or the left hand corner, you'll see Swatch Libraries menu. You're going to click that. Then you're going to go to art history section, and then you're going to hit pop art. Booyah. Then skin tones is already uploaded, but I'm going to show you how to get the skin tones. So we're going to go down to here under scientific, and then you're going to hit skin tones, and boom, your skin tones are going to be right here. Now, I think I manipulated the skin tone colors a little bit, so I might have to finagle with that to get the skin color that I got up here. But you know, it can be whatever color you want, whatever color that you need for your pop art or whatever Benday dots you're doing. Of course, just play around with the color. I'm gonna go in the middle here, and then I'm gonna change the color a little bit. Oops, no, go back. Okay, so I double clicked on the square right here, or on my filled color. And I'm going to change it a little bit because I just want it to be like a little bit darker color. I think, not that dark though, because we're going to try this color. Oops. And then I'm gonna come up here and exit. Oops. First select it. Always don't forget to select your object before you want to like change something. Take off the stroke of each object, the square and the circle. And then I'm going to select them all, and then I'm going to group them, and I'm going to paste it over my swatches panel. Booyah! So now we're gonna try this out, okay guys? So I'm gonna do Command 0. Command 0 is basically how you can go back to your original document size, I guess. Or you could also come over here to the bottom corner and go up to 1600, which is really, and then go back to 0. Anyway, so here is booyah, my hair right here, my hair, and I'm gonna try this swatch panel that I just created to fill it in, and there's your dots. But it's not really the size I want. So this is the actual size I would want my, oh, don't do that. Go back. This is the actual size that I would want my dots to be. So to do that, you'll have to probably mess around with the size, and that's the easy part. The easy part is really just, actually all of this is pretty easy. But you know, you can mess around with it, copy it, booyah. Put it back into your swatch panels. You know, you can delete this part. Oh wait, I made another one. I wanted to delete that one. Okay, anyways, go back to your swatches panel. Say, oh, I want to fill this in. Booyah. Okay, it's a little bit bigger. This is a lot bigger, a little bit bigger. And then you just kind of test it out. So, which is, I mean, I think that's everything about being in design, being in art. You gotta have to test things out. Nothing's ever gonna go, oh, there's perfect. And then also, I'm gonna use my magnifying glass here and get nice and cozy with it. So I grouped all of this. So I'm gonna come up here to my objects and ungroup everything. Copy it, paste, and then now you have the size that you want for your Benday dots. All you have to do is change the color. You know, so if you want, let's say, I'm going to go to my pop art swatches. Okay, here it is. So here's my pop art swatch right here. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to color the hair. So let me do, actually, I'm going to do a different color, kind of a weird color. Let's do orange. And then I'm going to do kind of yellowish. And then I'm going to change the yellow. Let's see. Change it to like that maybe. Okay, it's perfect. I like that. So I'm gonna do Command 0 for the Mac to go back to my document size. Then I'm gonna select everything, minimize my swatch panels here, and then just copy and paste. And I'm just gonna select my hair, my hair stroke, and then now she has orange hair. So okay, so I have that. Already have my skin tone that I want. I can do the same thing with her lips. So I can color her lips. Well, I don't know if I can color her lips in. Oh, I can. Okay, because I made a separate fill-in for her lips too. So let's do that. Let's color her lips in because I actually want to see it with her lips colored, like a red. And then I'm gonna, pretty much copy everything. Select, copy, paste. I might do like a speed art thing because I'm just pretty much like being redundant here. We're gonna make this really, really sloppy jalopy. Then I'm gonna use my fill-in. I think it was, nope, it was this. It was this. And then I'm gonna hit Command and then it's right by the P. It's the key right next to the P. And I'm just making sure the layer is underneath everything. And booyah, you have your little beginner type Benday dots. And I know it's not exactly like, you see in the professional pop art pictures, but that's not the point. The point is at least starting somewhere. Like you can start these little tiny swatches and then you can really make them as advanced as you want or make them as simple as you want. So this is my overall creation. Actually, I like this better than I like this. It's weird, so I might, do some augmenting. But anyways, so that's my tutorial from one beginner to another. If you like it, give it a like. If you don't, let me know. And I'll see you next time. All right, peace.